have been done. Plastic bags have been banned. Unfortunately, the consumers in Delhi don't want this to be implemented, so there are problems. But more than 15-year-old commercial vehicles have been phased out. 130,000 public vehicles today are on CNG. Implementation of Bharat 3-stage norms has been done. Stage 4 is in process. And sulfur content in diesel has been reduced up to 50 ppm in 2010. Ambient air quality monitoring stations have been established at 40 locations. An air ambience fund, this is something which may come as a surprise to you. We put a 25 paisa per litre P on sale of diesel in 2009. I am happy to report that after 3 years we have a corpus of nearly 100 crores with the government of Delhi to spend on any pollution control related activity. This is internal generation of funds for pollution control. And with this fund, we allow VAT refund of 12.5% for conversion of vehicles to a clean fuel like CNG. We have battery operated vehicles. 40,000 e-scooters are running in Delhi and 1,000 Reva cars. We have mandatory DG set norms for acoustic enclosures and stack heights of 6,000 cell phone towers and 600 nursing homes are being monitored on a regular basis. Supreme Court directives for a complete ban on bursting of sound emitting firecrackers between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. Is being informed and reminded to the people of Delhi frequently. We have 264 kilometers of metro rail already available with a ridership of nearly 1 million every day. Moving on to water pollution, we know the major sources, we know the problems. I'll come straight to what has been done in Delhi. More than 1,500 industrial units have installed effluent treatment plants. I don't think any other city in this country has this distinction. All major hotels, hospitals, construction projects have set up STP and ETPs for treatment of their wastewater and its effective usage for horticulture, for air conditioning and for toilet flushing. All the units are linked to a conveyance system in 11 common effluent treatment plants, and these are being checked for water quality every month. 23 sewage treatment plants with a total MGD capacity of 512 have been installed, and the utilization capacity of these STPs runs up to 70%. All these STPs are being monitored on a monthly basis for water quality. 6 water treatment plants are being checked for water quality every month. 5 thermal plants likewise. And at 34 locations in Delhi, we check the groundwater quality every month. 3 landfill sites, again we check the groundwater quality. DJP has initiated the process of laying interceptor sewers. I am sure as soon as this work is done, a lot of improvement we will see. We'll have 13 small drains which will be intercepted into Bela Road and Ring Road trunk sewer after rehabilitation. This is a major project running into thousands of crores of rupees, but once it is implemented, I can assure you things would substantially change. The whole of Delhi has been notified as an area for regulation of groundwater. Despite this, there is widespread violation of this notification. You are technically not supposed to drill a borewell without DJB's permission, but this with impunity is being violated, and that is what is causing the groundwater levels to recede in Delhi. Noise pollution, we check the noise levels through the Delhi Pollution Control Committee at 40 locations in Delhi, and the government of Delhi has notified an area of 100 meters around hospitals with more than 100 beds, education institutions with more than 1,000 students, court complexes, government office complexes, as silent areas of rooms. The Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Delhi has also said the generator sets of more than 5 kVA capacity are banned between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. Again, being violated very extensively by group housing society. Acoustic enclosures are mandatory for all these generator sets. I move on to the 7 types of waste management. Some of you may not be familiar with the glaring figures that I will give you. We create 9,000 metric tons of municipal solid waste every day in the city. We have 3 waste-to-power projects of about 3,500 tons per day, which again leaves out, as you can see, 5,500 metric tons untreated. Timarpur has a 650-ton capacity, Okhla plant has 1,300-ton capacity, and Ghazipur again 1,300 tons. We also have waste to compost projects in 4 places: Bhalaswa, Narela, Bhavana, Okhla, and the APMC Azadpur Mandi at Azadpur. There is a new technology called the organic waste converter produced by Excel Industries. This is a compact machine. You just put in your biodegradable waste there, run the machine for 15 minutes, and you have wet compost emerging from the machine. You dry that for 7 days, you have excellent dry compost which can be put straight into your fields. Moria Hotel, I believe, has installed 10 of them in their kitchens, and there's a tremendous scope for use of this machine in 1,200 cooperative group housing societies in the city. This will reduce the burden on the NCB Thalao very, very significantly. More than 100 societies, I believe, have already installed this. Composting, vermicomposting, a lot of effort has been done by the government of Delhi, especially in the schools and colleges. And composting now is being done in all the parks and the gardens which are under the Resident Welfare Association. I move on to biomedical waste, something that you might not be very familiar with, something which is very, very difficult to handle. 10 metric tons of biomedical waste is created every day from our hospitals, clinics, and what have you. Hospitals have been forced to install 20 incinerators, 20 autoclaves, and 5 microwaves for in-house treatment of this waste. 3 private waste operators have been given licenses to collect and treat such waste from more than 3,000 healthcare units in the city. Directions have been given for switching over to mercury-free thermometers. 45 government hospitals and 55 private hospitals have been asked to install solar water heating systems, rainwater harvesting systems, CFLs, ETPs, and plantation of trees. I move on to hazardous waste. This is again something those who are not dealing with industry may not be aware, but we produce 5,000 metric tons of hazardous waste every year in the city. This is presently being managed on-site by the unit holders through the various provisions of the Hazardous Waste Management Act. But now the government of Delhi has found a site near Kanjavla where this will be treated, stored, and disposed, a TSDF facility as per the order of the Supreme Court, which should be set up soon. Electronic waste. Again, something which bothers each one of us, but we don't know how to dispose it. There are 5 processes involved in electronic waste, one of the most complicated things to handle. Collection, a big issue, dismantling of the electronic waste, extraction of the precious metal, recycle, reuse of the electronic waste, and finally disposing of the electronic waste in authorized landfill sites. Recently, we didn't have any guidelines for e-waste disposal. Recently, the CPCB has issued the guidelines, and private operators are being encouraged to get into this field. Construction and demolition waste. You find this strewn all over the city. The average generation of C&D waste in the city is more than 2,000 tons per day. There is no place as of now to dispose of this. Typical construction waste consists of concrete, 23%, soil and sand, 36%, and bricks and masonry, 31%. A 3-acre land site as a pilot project has been found at Burari. This processing of C&D waste there would involve crushing and grading. C&D waste will be used for land filling and support to building industry for use as filler and sub-waste material. Plastic waste, something that bothers everyone in this room and outside. More than 600 tons of plastic waste is generated in the city. Despite a notification of forbidding the use of plastic bags in all main markets, local shopping centers, we find this is getting violated on a daily basis. We have tried to close the unlicensed recycling units, but they have moved court and many of them got stay orders. Delhi Pollution Control Committee is trying to inspect all the units in the conforming areas, manufacturing plastic bags in compliance with the I.A.S. standards. We are trying to promote the use of biodegradable plastic bags, but again, there's a tremendous amount of resistance. There are more than 800 RWAs and NGOs have come forward, but again, there are a large number of people who scuttle these efforts.